help us, Helen, though, with in terms of how you think the market is looking at FANG stocks? I mean, Apple obviously is one of them.
So what we're seeing right now in the U.S. economy is that it is slowing. Right. We've seen that with GDP, all the different indicators that we look at. When you see slowing growth, what you want to own are secular growers. And I think FANG has historically been secular growers, and the question now is whether or not they will continue to be secular growers at the same pace given the increasing regulation. So I'd like to separate out those two things. If it is the case that profits are going to be impaired, revenue growth is going to be slower, and they'll be in the news more often, then they may not be the secular growers that they have been. But I think in this part of the market cycle, you do want to own the secular growers, and that does include, it has historically included the FANG stocks, but at the same time, you also want to look at some secular growers within consumer and some secular growers within tech. So the home retailers, right? Okay. Home Depot has continued to do really well. Walmart had a great report when you looked at that yesterday. So you
buy into Walmart. We had an analyst on yesterday who said, you know what, the multiple is going to contract on that stock.
I think it's a question of timing. It has a high return on invested capital, good long.
You'd prefer to be Walmart or Target, by the way?
Prefer to be Target.
Okay.
Prefer to be Target, yeah. But the other place you see secular growth, of course, is in technology. And you see it not only in the FANG stocks, but in other areas that enable the cloud. So looking at Adobe, looking at Salesforce, looking at even Intel and Microsoft, which are growing very quickly with the cloud, and then also separately 5G-related semiconductor stocks.
Why do you prefer Target over Walmart?
It's merely a question of looking at the relative growth rates and valuation, but primarily the relative growth rates on EPS.
You're like the third person who said this to us in the last couple of
years. Yeah, if you look at the forecast for earnings growth over the next few years, Target's a few points higher. So that's the main reason.